Uh, we've. This is not hard to figure out, fellas. Let me explain this to you. What we're looking at right now and what we're hearing is the effects of something we've seen countless times again. And those countless times are, they're there for a reason. Now, what am I talking about? Here's the reason why Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson relationship didn't work out. They didn't break up because Pete cheated or Pete's got a problem or, of course he got some problem. But her happiness and all of this is all artificial. It's all about her and it's all about industry. So this is why they broke up. Because her career is suffering because of it. I told you this. This is Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber. We've seen this. We've seen all this stuff before. Now, Pete Davidson, this is the most attention anybody's ever seen of him. He's a Saturday Night Live guy. So him looking funny fits. Now he's on red carpets. Now he's walking down the VMAs and taking pictures and photos. But the stuff that he's supposed to be at, like the Emmys, he's blowing off. Like for her, being at the Emmys was like, okay, Ariana Grande blow off the Emmys, but what have she done that's worth an Emmy? But when a Saturday Night Live cast is not there, members not there for the Emmys and blow it off completely, that's a problem. But he went in support of her. But none of that is even the reason why. And I feel bad. People be like, man, what you talking about this stuff for, man? This is pop news. So okay. So yeah, it's part of one correct news. Okay, pop news. But I want to do this because some teeny bopper might watch this video and want to know the reason why this is happening. When Mac Miller died because she was so distasteful in jumping in a full relationship and engagement to a guy in weeks after just breaking up with Mac Miller. This was not only a blow to the face of Mac Miller, who was there for her when the tragedy happened at a concert of hers overseas, when like 20 some odd people, or probably more than that, got killed and shot and injured. And she was suffering from that traumatic experience, and he was there to comfort her through this. And they felt, his fans felt, she abandoned him when he needed her, but he was there for her. So this was not good going into this next album. And you jump into a relationship. Ill advised, by the way. Head over heels, getting tattoos, getting engaged, claiming his use, Mac Miller's usage, was the reason he couldn't control himself. So he put out a press statement that his drug abuse was killing him and you couldn't be responsible for it, which I don't blame you for that. But then you jump into another relationship like right away, which makes you people think you've planned it. You've already been dealing with Pete Davidson, and then you jump into an engagement right away. That's nuts. That's career damaging. And I'm quite sure your assistants, your managers, and everybody around you probably was telling you over and over again, think this through, think this through, think this through, think this through. Because you weren't thinking when you did this. Now y'all got tattoos on each other and doing all this silliness. And now Mac Miller dies. Boom. The whole thing drops. It was like a ball had dropped out of the sky. That was it. It was like a ball dropped out of the sky. It was done. You feel me? Done. And Ariana Grande from a year ago to now, she has lost I don't know how many fans. Her popularity has dropped because Mac Miller fans became massive and they were spreading the word and they were attacking her, saying she's the reason he's dead because of this engagement. You threw all this in his face right away when he was dealing with something. You ran out on him. And not to mention, she was just in breakdown status. Since Mac Miller's been dead, she's been putting out pictures of Mac, trying to do, PR work. And so I put out a video of her and Mac together, like he loved her and all this, and they were, she could not rub Pete in their face. Could not do it. Could not rub Pete and her taking pictures as a couple, rub that in people's faces. No, it became that massive of a problem. So what do? You split it and said we got to talk about this. We're gonna have to break this off till this thing cools down. Okay? We're gonna take a break from each other. We'll try to put this back together down the road, but right now, for your career, it's it's not looking good. Fans don't like Ariana now, and that's not good. You attach yourself to Nicki Minaj, who's a sinking ship. That don't look good. All of these moves have been just bad for her. She even put out a tweet like, "Can I just have one good day? Please, can I just have one? Let me just have one good day." Whenever an artist says that, she's exhausted. She's worn out. And in this business, being this young in this business and always have to pretend or be on, these are the results of that. So she has to take a break now because it's done. It's like she needs rest. She needs to regroup, hit the reset button, and come back stronger. Now, granted to say Pete, this will come to a better thing for Pete. He can get back to being focused on Pete and get back to being focused on SNL. And he don't have to hit the red carpet as much and do all this other goofiness that was required of him being the boyfriend. Now, a lot of you are going to say, well, he's the rebound guy. Of course. We all knew that. We all knew how this was going to end. He was the happiest guy alive to get her. You always, if you look at him and look at her, they don't look like they fit. He looked like the guy that she that he just won the lottery, and he's like, "This is the happiest day of my life." He looks like that guy. Like this guy and this pop star, they just don't, it just don't pop. You know. But anyway, to each his own. But them having to take this break is a necessity. So all of this cools down, and all the stuff that happened with Mac. You can't be talking weddings. You can't be planning a wedding. You can't be doing any of these things as long as that narrative is still out there. So taking a break from each other right now. Y'all can still do hookup booty calls somewhere. But right now, this is the reality. So you have to deal with that. This is your new reality. And with that being said, I am out. Hopefully, this puts all this to bed for you teeny boppers who listened to this and wanted to know the truth. This is the ugly truth of the business world. They persuaded and that this ends, and they probably made a very good case for it. And she's at a mental state now where she just needs to have a break. And she jumped into another relationship too fast. And if I'm Scooter Braun and all these other guys, Scooter them, they have their hands full with Ariana. And let's not forget, Eminem sabotaged her album. MGK, Eminem, that whole feud and everything that kicked off, it destroyed her and Nicki Minaj's albums. It just broke them into pieces. Her Sweetener album had this big rollout that they were putting behind it, and she couldn't survive the storm. Eminem came back and sucked up all her first week. I mean, her second week numbers and everything else, just sucked all of them. All those marketing dollars they put down, wasted, completely wasted. Now they have another dilemma on their hands because exactly. So they have another dilemma on their hands because you now have to hope, wonder, and pray something falls into your lap, like a magic something that can help promote it. But this album here is going to come up as a big flop for Ariana Grande, a huge flop. And I'm quite sure the pressure is on because everything flopped. So she got to hope for Troy Sivan dance to this and whatever she got to come up with. She better hope she finds something to get her back out again. But she's gonna have to scrap this album, go on back to the drawing board, and come back with something else. Distance yourself from all these other people that you shouldn't have been associated to or attached to. And that's that. I'm out.